Taurus, it's Amanda here with your April 2019 RuneScope. This month, along with our runes, I will be using the Cosmic Tarot. This deck is by Norbert Loesch. Then as always, be sure to join me over on my Vimeo channel. The link's below in the description box. I will be pulling and interpreting one card from the Wisdom of the House of Night by PC Cast and Colette Baron Reed for your spiritual guidance for the month. Just to get additional messages or information or overall advice for how best to handle the energies of the month, so be sure to check that out. But let's see, first of all, which runes want to talk to you about April 2019. Taurus, we already had a tarot card jump out while I was shuffling. So, whenever they do that, that means that by you. Which runes want to talk to Taurus about April 2019? Yes. So as always, Taurus, keep in mind these are general readings for thousands of people who identify in some way with the sign of Taurus. So, you know, some of the messages are inevitably going to be for those other Taurians who are watching. Hopefully, though, you do also get some messages that are for you that you'll find helpful throughout the month. You can always check out the video for your rising sign as well. And in fact, I always recommend you do so. Many times you're going to find that that is actually the one that's more accurate. If you would like something that is all about you, you're looking for some guidance on your specific circumstances, outcomes, or specific people, you would need to schedule a private session with me. I do those on Skype. Just email me. It's here, over here. Yeah. I think I'm pointing in the right direction. It's also in that lovely box below. And we can get that appointment set up. But in general, what are my bulls doing? I always hear that Rage Against the Machine song when I'm reading for you guys, that Bulls on Parade song. Sorry, old lady alert. I don't know. I love me some Rage. Okay, well, your challenge or focus, and this is the card that jumped out. We've got the Six of Cups in reverse. Let me see what's coming up here with this. Well, the challenge, it seems to be, is to let go of old hurts, particularly when it comes to the group or the family. Particularly if you felt like left out of group, ostracized by the group, or if you've been part of doing that to someone. It's like this card is all about like holding on to the past is you know, not helping you or anyone else. Old grudges, old, you know, forgiveness seems to be coming up in April, or perhaps you're feeling you're the one that needs to be forgiven. So your challenge could be to you know, get forgiveness from the group. So yeah, there's a letting go in order to move forward. And, you know, this can be difficult. So it doesn't surprise me it's coming up as a challenge. It's one of probably the most difficult, in addition to patience. Patience and forgiveness are definitely just one, you know, two of the things that humans have the most difficulty with. So, because the ego gets involved, right? I'm right, you're wrong. No, you're, and then, you know, that can go on for years. So yeah, grudges. I'm getting the word grudges. There's some kind of grudge that needs to be let go of. This could also be at work. The group rune can also signify it's any group of people, a friend group, a family group, you know. But yeah, when it's in reverse, it is kind of like people interfering in your business or have caused problems maybe by doing that, or being nosy, or, you know, maybe that's something that you've engaged in. Because again, I'm talking to a lot of people. So you're going to be on one side or the other, most likely. I can't tell. I know most of you Tauruses wouldn't be doing that kind of negative stuff. But, you know, a few of you may. We're all human. We make mistakes. So the challenge here then would be, if you're on that side that's maybe been interfering in people's business, or kind of kicked someone out of the group or made them feel bad, kind of bullying energy. Or just ostracizing them in some way. Your challenge in April is to make that right. You know, let that go. Make amends. Or someone's going to need to do that, you know, for you, to you, apologize, whatever. There could be someone coming to you in April wanting forgiveness from you, Taurus, but in order to do that, you're going to have to let go of what happened in the past, and that may be very difficult. Like I said, it often is, depending on what's happened, because our ego, you know. I'm hearing forgiveness doesn't mean that, you know, what happened was like you were wrong to be angry, you were wrong to be upset. That's not what it means. You know, that's not what it means at all. So that's worth kind of... I feel like someone also is getting like... It's like you're setting the record straight about someone's memory. This card has a lot to do with a lot of connections to the past, a lot of connection with memory. Particularly maybe with like at school. Friends at school or, you know, in your childhood, like siblings or other groups. And it's like you have this wrong image of our family. Like it wasn't that way. Now it could be like they have a very rosy image and you're not remembering it, that Taurus, or you could be the one. Then they're like, you know, that's not, you know, it's almost like you grew up in two different families. Like somebody has a very rosy picture and somebody has a very like negative picture. And, so the challenge could be kind of like just agreeing to disagree, or maybe trying to figure out like, why do we have such such disparate views of our childhood? Why are they so opposite? What's that about? Because, you know, and especially if it's a bigger family and there's a large age gap between the two, my mom and dad both come from big families. So there is kind of like, different siblings can have a totally different experience, right? Especially like from older to youngest. It's like, you know, I'm the eldest in my family, so I know the eldest is always the experiment child. It's like, yeah, well, we didn't kill her, or this didn't work with her, or whatever, or him, and you know, so by the time it gets to the youngest, especially if it's a big family, it's like all bets are off. Just again, personal experience. But yeah, you may be dealing with something like that, Taurus, during the month of April. And the intensity of this, again, in a general reading, will vary. For some of you, this could be a very big deal. For others of you, it could just be like one conversation. And you're like, yeah, you know, well, it wasn't my experience at all living at home or whatever. You know, I think you're forgetting. And somebody may be forgetting or blocking purposely. Like they may just be remembering the good times and like not remembering the bad. And maybe you're bringing the reality check, Taurus. So yeah, all in all, not a bad focus. It's just an adjustment. You know, but yeah, forgiveness could be hard. Again, all circumstances will vary. In the present energy, we've got the Empress in reverse. So this could have something to do with motherhood, grandmother, one of your children. The present energy for most of you is going to be end of March going into early April, or the present. You could be dealing with this whenever you're watching this video. It could be going on in the present. But yeah, a block where it comes to your relationship with mother, your connection to mother or grandmother, or your connection with one of your children. Yeah, there's a relationship where the growth has been stunted in some way. And it's a close relationship with Gifu. So I think for most of you, I know, you know, I did mention there, it could be for some of you at work, but I'm really feeling like for most of you, this is more of a personal one-on-one close relationship, somebody that you have a soul contract with, a family member, a friend, could be the mother of your children if you're a guy, could be your spouse or your partner, or an ex coming back and trying to kind of renew something. Because again, connections to the past. That's the least I feel. I feel like more this is family having to do with, yeah, motherhood or children. Or when we were children, back during our childhood. Yeah, I feel like something's coming up for review. And maybe this started in March for some of you. For some of you guys, and this could have started in March with the Mercury retrograde, because that can bring up issues from the past. It can bring up, people that we haven't spoken to in a long time. It brings things up for review, to recalibrate things. So whoever this is, Taurus, I feel like most of you, I can't ever say all of you. I don't know. I would only know in a personal reading. But it seems like most of you, this is somebody you want to reconnect with, but it is going to be a hurdle to either get them to reconnect with you or to get yourself to reconnect with them. Because again, the growth has been stunted due to hurts, ego bruising, perhaps on both sides. The I'm right, you're wrong. And standing in stubbornness, perhaps on both sides, but that is a trait you're known for, Taurus. You can really, nothing digs its heels in better than a bull. But there's an awakening coming because you got the blank rune here. Whenever the blank rune is there, the opportunity will be there to totally change this into something better. The opportunity will be there. Now, whether or not you take it, that's going to be up to you. We have free will. And again, in a general reading, that's going to be different. Some of you will walk through it and do the work, be willing to go there, to sacrifice, to compromise. Others of you will not. And maybe for good reason, not saying it's right or wrong, just saying the circumstances are so different. And even who this is so different. That's the limits, unfortunately. Those are the limits of a general reading like this. But, for others of you, this is a relationship that the growth was stunted and there is an opportunity to move forward, but there's going to have to be a looking back to the past and, forgiveness involved for whatever happened. This is spiritual though. You're being guided by spirit guides. This is supposed to happen. Even though some of you may not be viewing it as pleasant, I'm hearing it may be more of a task and, perhaps difficult for some of you. But it is supposed to be happening at this time. You're being guided into this circumstance. So, and you have protection around you. And some of you, I feel like it's your loved ones on the other side that are guiding, especially if it's another family member. It's like they want togetherness. They want people coming together. Yeah, it's too hard. It's too hard when you're all separated. You need to come together. You need each other's energy, even if you don't always agree. The help that's going to be available in the month of April. We've got the World in reverse. So yeah, something that is incomplete or has been kind of loose ends hanging out there can be fixed with communication and balance. So it is going to help you to talk, to communicate. And I'm feeling more talking rather than texting. That's you can arrange to set up things through text or email or whatever on social media. But I mean, the actual conversation, you need to meet in person, face to face, because real authentic emotion deserves a face-to-face meeting because it gets lost. It gets lost in the digital crap. That's why people can be so mean in text or misunderstood in text. It's you can't hear inflection, you can't hear tone of voice, you can't see facial expressions, you can't read body language. You can't see if someone's upset or crying, or you can't see the emotion. So if you are if mending fences is coming up here, Taurus, it does need to be an in-person conversation. That's very important. But yeah, there can be a reconciliation. There can be a mediation. Some of you, this may be a legal thing. I do have the rune of legalities. It's also karmic legalities though. So we could be dealing again with karmic stuff that needs to be talked through, or we could be dealing with legal stuff that's going to need a mediation. You could avoid court. You could avoid all of that stuff if you just meet in person. So that could be where it's like, I got to, in order to kind of resolve this, I need to let go of some of this pride and go there. Or the other person does. Again, it may not be you. You may be more than willing, but this other person is going to have to be the one who is convinced, perhaps, by someone else. Spirit is very strong with whoever the other party is as well. I feel like your spirit guides are working together to make whatever is supposed to happen with this happen. So, yeah, talking things out. Some of you may also, if you are, and this is kind of, this may apply to just one person because it's not following along this theme. You may be helped in April by something getting postponed, particularly like an exam, a job interview, a deposition, a court date. You may get like something may be dismissed if you do have to go to court. There's, and you'll get communication that something is, yeah, it's like we're going to postpone it. It's coming up as a help to you though. So maybe it's like if it's a test, maybe you haven't had time to study because of this other stuff going on, or, you just want more time to study for this, and you haven't really maybe planned, or it kind of creeped up on you. Maybe March was a crazy month. You didn't have time to study for this exam, or, so yeah, something could be postponed or delayed, and it's going to help you, especially if it comes to, speaking, testing, interviewing, or court stuff. What must be accepted about the month of April? We've got the Seven of Swords. Again, the Rune of Mother in reverse. Sneakiness. There's someone sneaking. If it's not your mom or your grandma or an older female relative, it could be one of your kids sneaking, whether you're male or female. The Rune of Mother's coming up, but I mean, just if you're a parent, your kids are sneaking around. Somebody's trying to get away with something, do something in secret. And they're going to get found out. Okay? They're going to get found out. And, this could also be evidence in, something someone's been trying to hide, evidence coming out. And it's good for you, though. So I feel like for most of you, this is the other party. This is someone else who is, their sneakiness or dishonesty or just trying to hide things has been what caused the conflict, what caused the argument. And I mean, Taurus, for some of you, it could be you that was the sneaky one. But I really feel like for most of you, this is like being found out. And this is what, it could be bringing you money. It's bringing you gain in some way. This could be financial, but it could also be just in the sense of, I forgive you, but I was right. I mean... like you were coming from the right place. Like this person was hiding and lying and deceiving, and that's never, no matter how you wrap that up, you can't make that look good. So it could just fall on you like, do you forgive this person or not? Can you forgive them? That doesn't mean you have to get back together with them. It doesn't mean you have to not hold them responsible. Again, it just means you can move on and still have them in your life. Whatever capacity or how much is up to you, But yeah, when we don't forgive someone, it only hurts us. And believe me, I understand. I know that is difficult. Everybody struggles with that. Everybody. So just something to think about in April. But yeah, I do feel like though, if you can forgive someone, Taurus, this opens up a whole new, this could have been creating a block for you, a spiritual block or just an emotional block. that you may not even realize is there until you're able to do this. It's interesting because we're talking about forgiveness, and we've got Faye here, which looks like F, you know. So yeah, I feel like this opens up a whole new vista for you. It opens up a totally new life for you in some way. And it could be with this person, or it could be just like removing the block so that the floodgates open and you're able to kind of move forward and move into abundance in some way. Again, could be financial, could be a new abundant period with love and emotion, with success, with getting something you want, with creativity. Perhaps if you are creative, if you're a writer or an actor or you know, an artist of some sort, it could, if you felt blocked or that you had like a writer's block or that new inspiration wasn't coming to you, it could open those floodgates. So that's what must be accepted. So keep it in mind, Taurus. But yeah, whatever's being hidden is going to come out, whether you're doing the hiding or someone else is. The information that you need is going to be available at some point in April. Now, the outcome is the Ace of Cups. So there is an element here of being disappointed in someone. Someone else got this, but in a different position. This same card and this same rune, I think. Maybe it was, it might have been Capricorn. I don't remember, but yeah, a disappointment in someone close to you, or a disappointment in a goal, something that you're going after. And this could be anything. It could be a career goal. It could be a financial goal. It could be a relationship goal. But you're determined. You're not going to let this sway you, because Uruz is a very, very powerful rune for getting what you want, going after what you want, Taurus. So, and even if this is someone in your life, I do feel like many of you will forgive. It may take you a little while to get there. It just depends on how determined you are. Even though they've disappointed you, it does seem you will get over the disappointment because you're determined to do that. Maybe you feel you have to. It's like, look, this is my kid. I can't cut off from them. Or this is my mother. You know, she's always going to be my mother. So I have to kind of work through this, work through the past, let it go. So yeah, you know, let them know. You can certainly let this person know they've disappointed you. But then, yeah, holding on to that is only going to hold you back. And, you know, so there's something you're moving past here, something emotional, some sort of emotional disappointment, Taurus. But forgiveness definitely seems to be the key, and talking it out, communication. But as I said, meet me over on Vimeo. I'm going to shuffle the Wisdom of the House of Night. I want to see what further guidance and wisdom we can get for you from that deck here for the month of April, Taurus. That link again is below. I'll see you over there. I'll see you back here next time.